We will hear in the gospel text of today a very popular parable. It is a parable about a king who is going on a journey. And this king, before he goes on his journey, invites 10 of his courtiers and gives them a certain sum of money equally. Everyone is given the same amount. They are not given any instructions. They are just given the money. The king goes on his journey, and after some time, he returns. And on his return, he calls the 10 to him and asks what they did with the money that he gave them. One of them, the first, comes to him and says that this is what he has done. He has made 5 times as much as he had before. And the king says, you have done well. And because you have shown yourself worthy in small things, you will receive even greater responsibility. The second one comes forward and says that he has been able to make 2 more, or he has doubled the money which was given to him by the king. And the king is taken aback and he says, well done, you have done well. You will get even more responsibility because you have shown yourself faithful in small. We are only told about 3. The third one comes. And the third one says to the king, I have no regard for you. I do not accept you as my king. I think you are a very harsh man. I think you are an unjust man. And therefore, I hid your money in the ground. I did not put it into the bank. I did not get interest on it. I hid it into the ground, and here is your money back. And the king responds, if this is your opinion of me, if you think I am harsh, if you think I am unjust, were you not harsh and unjust yourself when instead of putting my money in the bank where I would have received it today with interest, you have hidden it in the ground? Does it not show your own harshness and your own injustice? Is it not a reflection of your harshness and your unjust nature that you are projecting on me? And because you have done this, you cannot be given any more responsibility. You are stripped of all your responsibilities because you have not shown yourself faithful in small responsibilities. What does the parable mean for us? It means 2 important things. And the first is this, that every one of us has been given by God a variety of talents and gifts. And sometimes we wonder, are we given any talents or gifts? What are the talents and gifts that I have been given? And I say to you, whenever you wonder, go to an hospital, any hospital or a nursing home or a care home, and look at the number of people there suffering from one ailment or another. If you are able to see me, is it not because God has gifted you the gift of sight? There are so many in the world who are blind and cannot see. If you can hear me, is it not because you have the gift of hearing? So many in the world are deaf and dumb. If you can understand what I am saying, is it not because you have had the opportunity to go to a school, to learn there, to get educated and know what a person is talking about? if you have both your hands, if you have your feet, if you have a tongue to talk, and a body to help you, where are you looking for the gifts? So it is a fact that every one of us is given a gift. And what we do to that gift is on each one of us. Depends on how I respond. This is the first reality, the first fact. The second is this. It is likely that I might often be looking at the gifts of others and either feeling superior to them or inferior. I believe that there is no such thing as a superiority complex. If I have to show you that I am superior to you, it is possibly because I feel inferior to you. If I really need to prove to you that I am superior, it is often because I really feel inferior. So there is no such thing as a superiority complex. But there can be something where I feel inferior, where I look at others and I envy them for the numerous talents and gifts they have, without making an introspection and looking into my own heart and my own self. Comparisons are odious. Comparisons do not help at all. Comparisons only harm. In the case of the third courtier, he compared himself with the others, and he felt bad and therefore was not able to respond. I, on my part, will be grateful to God, not only for the gifts God has given me, but also for the gifts God has given others without any envy on my part. And I will use all that God has given me for my good, yes. For the good of others, yes. And for God's glory. Will you use everything God has given you for your own good, for the good of others, and for God's glory today?